I'm Captain Logan.
And I'm Vince.
And you'll never believe this, but it's time once again
to recommend things.
Vince!
Yes.
Hey, what do you recommend today, man?
I recommend a book. I recommend a book of short stories. It is, maybe when this airs it'll be a little incidentally. Everybody knows, yay. Anyway, a book of short stories by Robert E. Howard. And this one is called The Coming of Conan the Cimmerian. And there's two other books. I think the other books are called The Bloody Crown of Conan and maybe King Conan. I forget what they are. They're right down there, but I don't care. I'm not going to look. They, to my understanding, all three, they're on the other side. All three of these books, they collect all of the Conan short stories by Robert E. Howard, the creator of Conan from back in the 50s, whatever. I've had this moment
earlier than that, but maybe I don't
30s?
know. Yeah, I
40s?
think so. Oh well, we'll look yet.
Yeah, 30s. We did this one more time, and I had the two dates in my. I was like, 50s or 30s. I don't remember.
Well, that's not
I'm
important.
wrong.
It's not important.
But and then I was like, okay, I know it's one of these two, and I still got it wrong. Anyway, so the 1930s. So Robert E. Howard, I love this guy's prose style. It's just wet, and it's dirty, and it's interesting, and it's the thing about it is, like, swords don't slash and stab, they sing. And that's what's cool to me about it. And, like, there are things of slavering and slathering and just words that are just interesting. And, I mean, there's all the classic Conan tropes because it's the original stuff. And, so this is where it started. And what's also cool about these books, and I do think they came out with a big collected edition for all three of these books together, but what's cool about these books is that it includes things that were not even published, things that were not even finished. So there, I have it open to a page called Untitled Fragment. So you can read loads of things. Like, if you're just interested by this man's voice, well, you know what I mean,
Yes.
voice and writing, then this is really for you. And now there's more than just this. There's Bran MacMorn, there's Solomon Kane, there's, oh god, the Pictish guy, unless that is Bran MacMorn. I forget. There's Cole the Conqueror. They have one of these for every one of his characters, pretty much. And I highly recommend, specifically Conan, but, you know, give the other guys a shot, too.
Do you prefer Conan in literature form or in comic book form?
It depends. It has to be really close. Like, here's what's so interesting about the original Dark Horse Conans, the Kurt Busiek stuff, is that they really do mirror these. So
were they like lifting the stories from those, or were they just really similar in tone?
They lifted the stories. They were really similar in tone. It was just one of the reasons why it was pretty was because it was having Kurt Busiek and Kari Nord working on. I think I said the man's name right. Anyway, working on the Dark Horse Conan is that it was like perfect casting to interpret the stories from these books. So I highly applaud what they did. Now, one of the things that kind of takes away some of the fun from the original stuff, like I forget the name of the story, but there's one where Conan fights a gorilla. And the gorilla is kept by this king as this, like, fierce beast. And the interesting thing about the story is the gorilla is made out to be sort of this mythical creature. And when you read the thing about the gorilla, you get the impression that it's a gorilla. But to these men, it's not a gorilla, it's a creature. Because, you know, we go to a zoo, we see a gorilla. They kind of walk about and they're sort of limited by what they can see from wherever they are. So now they're seeing this horrific beastie that's almost human in shape.
And so he's playing with perceptions.
Yeah. So that's what's cool about these. But when you pick up the Conan comics, well, it's a gorilla.
You're seeing it.
You know it's a gorilla. But I just have loads of respect for these things, and I love them, and I haven't read enough of them, but I have several of these things. They make me happy to see prose that is just interesting, as opposed to, you know, Becky likes Billy, yay! And all the stuff that comes out with youth fiction today. I'm highly interested by it. Anyway, I've spoken too much.
Well, today I'm going to recommend. Sorry, I don't know why I did that. Today I'm going to recommend a piece of art. This is a Two-Face print that I just bought for Vince. This is a new acquisition for Vince's collection that I just got Vince. I will put the link to this artist's eBay in the link below, so you can kind of see some of the other stuff that he has. Actually, I don't know if he has a whole lot on eBay. I may just put a link to his website. But anyway, I should have looked before this. His name will be down there. I don't remember his name, and you can't tell looking at his signature there. So anyway, sorry about that. This is really, you just won't be able to make that out. But
I think it's high squiggle, low squiggle.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, he only has 100 of these prints. He's a prolific artist. He's apparently somewhat well known, and he's doing some of these kind of like private art pieces, based on movies and things. And it's really cool. He did 3 for The Dark Knight. So again, this is not licensed stuff. This is a private artist just doing work for himself, and he did like 3 for Dark Knight. So there's a Batman, and there's a Joker, and there's a Two-Face. And I like the Batman as Joker, but his Two-Face is the best out of anything that I've seen him do. I've looked at a lot of his stuff.
It's even cooler close up. Like, you guys can't see it because it's not there. It's here.
Well, and again, you can go on his website and you can take a good close look at what the picture looks like. I'll tell you though, it's way cooler in person. Actually, getting it this big. But anyway, yeah, he's an artist that's doing realism, and most of his pieces are like this, where they're stylized, but they're they're realistic looking. So I mean, it's highly detailed. It looks like a real person's face, but then of course he's doing these kind of wavy lines through it, and so it's got its own style to it. What I liked about this one over some of the others that I saw was that this is kind of like a shot straight out of the movie. I mean, like, this happened. You know what I mean? Like this angry face holding the coin up like this. This happened. And I really like that. It's like he just took a screenshot from a film and made a beautiful painting out of it. But anyway, so yeah, this is something you can go on there and get, and it's quite awesome. There's only, like I said, there's only 100 of these. This is number 45 out of 100, and I think a lot of his prints are that way. So it's rare. Not a lot of people are going to have these, and I thought it'd be a really neat thing for Vince's collection, and I'm sad I'm not keeping it because it's awesome. But
it's cool.
But anyway,
like what I think is interesting is when like sometimes I think a lot of us get a little desensitized to comic art and things like that.
Yeah.
And we just think like art's just part of something. It's not the only thing. But so sometimes I think there's a difference between like practical art and then artistry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like when you read a comic, you can certainly find some artistry in there. And but sometimes you just kind of get wrapped up in like, oh, this is just a picture of Batman, or this is just a picture of Two-Face. And then you see it in person, and then you can see some things that are symbolic and things that that an artist does that have to be intentional. And it's just interesting when you see like, oh, I forgot comics are art.
And I mean, this is an extremely expressive and competent piece. You don't feel like you're just looking at a piece of fan art or something. I mean, this feels like a piece of art. I mean, I could see going to an art gallery and purchasing this piece. You know what I'm saying? It's like that.
Although I have to say that there is a little form for fan art that I'm getting a big kick out of right now. At the back of Ghostbusters, they have like 9-year-old sketches.
They're awesome.
They're cute, but. Yeah, so that's the fan art that I'm liking right now.
Oh no, I'm not knocking fan art. I mean, fan art's like, and I'm not saying that you can't make fan art that's extremely artistic.
Oh yeah.
If you're a fan and you're really good at art and you're drawing something, then it's pretty. I mean, okay, I guess this is fan art if he likes Two-Face. I'm just saying that it also happens to be an extremely artistic piece, and it's really beautiful. But anyway, so that's what I recommend. Go check out that website, and Vince recommends some Conan. Thanks a lot for watching us recommend things, and we'll recommend something for you once again next week. I'm Captain Logan.
And I'm Vince.
See you next time.
Matey. I be recommending things to you.